I just think I struggle to see what Chelsea are. I really do. What are they supposed to be?
Well, you understand the project, because we've all been told about this project and this build and trust the process about buying the best. But they're going to buy the best. They're going to buy young to try and sell on. Your project is not balanced.
Really good performance from them in West London. I don't know what he's chuckling about.
Those goals are...
They are really, really good goals.
Barcola.
We saw last season with PSG in all competition, but particularly in the Champions League, after the new year, as we got towards this and the knockout stages, they really kicked into gear, then went on, of course, and won the competition. Do you think we're going to see the same sort of thing this season, Nigel?
Yes. But I would still say defensively they are vulnerable at times. They did give Chelsea some good opportunities, and obviously the better opposition they played, you do worry about that. They'll take those type of chances. But again, the strength of depth in an attacking standpoint, you talk about Doué, Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, Ramos who come off the bench still. You got Dembele. Unbelievable. Kvara for me was fantastic today. And this is what we talk about again. We argue a lot about Chelsea and experience and youth. Kvaratskhelia for me is just a phenomenal player. And I've said it last time, I'll say it again. He's the best dribbler in world football. He's not someone that just kicks the ball and uses raw athleticism, I'm quicker than you. It's tight control, it's manipulation of the ball, it's balance, it's speed, it's poise, and it's technical ability there. Football intelligence. He is phenomenal.
I'll ask you guys a question we talked about on Scoreline a couple of days ago. Is he the best signing in Europe in the last year? Has made the biggest impact to a side, do you think, Troy? Kvara? Can you think of someone who's done better than him?
Harry Kane and Luis Diaz, they kind of come to mind. But I'd like to say... Exactly, they're winning everything. I don't know. I think this guy is sensational. I said it last year. I think he's going to change the way that wide players are expected to play, because he doesn't just go forward and score goals and have all the things that Nigel said. He does the horrible hard yards defensively as well. He's just a top talent.
In order to answer your question, Adam, yes, he is.
I think he was absolutely superb. He got the goal after 6 minutes and snuffed out any hope of a Chelsea comeback in this one. You can draw parallels. I mean, he's a very different player in a lot of it, but the way that you mean Lamine Yamal plays, Kvara loves to cut inside. We saw it with that first goal in the first leg. Cuts inside, and defenders don't really know whether to show him outside or to try and defend him on the inside as well. And when he does that, more often than not, he puts it in the top corner.
Very unique player. Excuse me. Very unique player. Can go left, can go right. If you watch some of the best players in the world, even Messi, by the way, he predominantly wants to go to the left. Right? He can go both ways. He can change pace. I think the front three or you could even say the front five of PSG, because you could include the guys that can come off the bench as well. They're all different. That's a big problem for defenders, you know, because you don't know exactly how Kvara's going to hurt you. He cut you inside, cut you outside, he can score from outside the box, you can go down the line and cross it. He's such a dangerous player. Then Doué comes in and he could burn you with pace. They can beat you in different ways. Barcola's his own unique player. So that's where the danger is with PSG, is they can score so many goals that they can unwind you in 2 seconds. And for a Chelsea side that's younger, for a Liam Rosenior that's a little bit inexperienced at this level, 8-2 is not a surprising result to me. It's just like boom, boom. They can hurt you so quick.
So that's Nigel. Who you got more favour with now, if you had to put money on it? Madrid or PSG winning it?
I said you can't write out Madrid, but I would say PSG. If you ask you a question, you'd say PSG.
Okay. Let's focus on Chelsea. How worrying was this performance over the 2 legs? They lost at Newcastle in the Premier League as well at the weekend. It's not been great to ship 8 over 2 legs, is it, Troy?
No, and I think 8 over 2 legs does it a disservice. There were 2-2 at 75 minutes. So the capitulation of the last 15 minutes in the first leg and then the start to this one, I like Liam Rosenior. I want to start by saying that. I like him as a person. I'm struggling to see the identity change that he spoke about, especially from an attacking point of view, which he was wanting to do. I don't think the team has progressed well. But also, if we're being 100% fair, I don't think that's a great squad. I don't think the players he's got on the bench he can look to and go, OK, you're going to come and change the game. I just think I struggle to see what Chelsea are. I really do. What are they supposed to be?
Well, you understand the project, because we've all been told about this project and this build and trust the process about buying the best. But they're going to buy the best. They're going to buy young to try and sell on. Your project is not balanced. You don't have the right balance to be successful. Today, you start with a young player, Sarr, 20-year-old, right back. Kvaratskhelia destroys him for the first goal. Half-time, you have to bring on an Achimpong, 19-year-old. Defensively, they're not good enough. I'm with Troy. I think this squad, no matter how much money you spend, 1.2 billion on players, they don't have good enough players. You spend 1.2 billion on players, you don't buy a goalkeeper, and you don't buy a centre-back after spending 1.2 billion.
Sarr is a centre-back.
But then you play right back, and then it's just, for me, it's never going to blossom fruit, in my opinion.
You mentioned Rosenior there. Let's hear from Liam Rosenior, the Chelsea boss, speaking post-match.
When you look at the aggregate score and you look at the gap in the number of goals scored, is that a reflection of where Chelsea are at compared to the European champions? And that's the gap that you need to try and close if you are going to go and win major titles like the Champions League?
I think the difference, if you watch the games, is they were clinical. Their goals, the third goal from Mayulu, ball breaks outside the box, he hits in the top corner. And we had, I don't know the stats, I haven't looked at the stats yet. We had a lot of shots in both games. They didn't make mistakes, and we did. But overall, this is a really, really tough one to take. I want to thank the fans because they saw how hard the lads were working in a really difficult moment. And we really want to make sure that we don't go through many more nights at all like this.
And we did see some moments in the game in the second half where he was handing out notes to the players, and you know, it hasn't been necessarily the performances so far. He started well for Liam Rosenior, but hasn't necessarily been the results that he wanted recently. Here's some shots there of him writing his notes at the second half in the 83rd minute, handing it to the players who looked a little bit confused when they were looking on there. Do you think some of these young players who are very inexperienced at this level are buying what he's selling?
This is a circus here, by the way. This is unacceptable. You're drawing the notes. You're down 8-2 in aggregate, 84th minute. You're giving it to a player. I wonder if you give it to a champion, a guy who's won the Champions League a few times. I wonder if you give that to Vinny Jr., what he does.
I mean, Garnacho doesn't look very impressed there.
I guarantee he crumbles that up. He doesn't even probably speak English or read English there. And he's bringing it.
It's even English.
8-2.
Listen, could be knots and crosses.
You got to crumble that thing up and throw it on the ground. That's the reality. I think if you had a senior player like Nigel's saying and a balanced team, I think he looks at that. He goes, "Are you joking or what? Are we joking? In the 84th minute, you're giving me this piece of paper to bring to the boys, and then we didn't see the end of it. They brings it to the boys, and they're all like this. They're all like this. You're down 8-2. Put that thing away.
Yeah.
Move on to the next game."
And we can speak for everyone here that we never read whatever's written on these notepads, do we? I certainly don't.
Thanks for watching this video from our Champions Club coverage. For more analysis and for all the games, including EFL, Serie, as well as the full suite of UEFA club competitions like the Women's Champions League, sign up for Paramount+.